Abhishek, start.
Good evening, ma'am. In our project, we are using WScan tool, which comes pre-installed in Kali Linux. In WScan, stands for WordPress. Basically, it is an open source WordPress security scanner. You can use it to scan your WordPress website for known vulnerabilities with the WordPress core as well as popular WordPress plugins and themes. Since it is a WordPress black box scanner, it mimics a real attacker. This means it does not rely on any sort of access to your WordPress dashboard or source code to conduct the tests. In other words, if WPScan can find a vulnerability in your WordPress website, so can an attacker. Now, Abhishek Das will guide you through the installation process.
Yes, so basically my downloaded Bitnami stack is in downloads. As you can see, this is my downloaded file. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to list out the permissions to know that whether I can execute the file or not. So as you can see, this is my Bitnami file, and the permissions which are given are read, write, and executable. So I can hence execute this file. So to do that, let me just go ahead and copy this name. So I'm copying it. Now to execute a file in Kali, we have to do dot slash, and then I'm going to do paste selection. And after that, I'm just going to press enter. Now the installation will start and we'll get a pop-up of Bitnami over here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so it is asking me to select the installation language. Now, since we are going to use English, I'm going to select English. So now I'm just going to click next, next, next. The username which I'm going to give, or my real name which I'm going to give is Abhishek Das because that's my real name. And the email address that I'm going to give is judas@gmail.com. The login username which I'm going to give is Abjudas, and password that I'm going to give is ABHI2610. I'm just going to re-enter it for confirming, and after that, these all values can be in the default, and there will be no problem. This is the name of my blog. I do not want to pre-configure my mail support at this moment, so I'm just going to click next, and then next again. So it has opened a website showing me what it offers. Now I'm just going to click on next so that the installation procedure can now begin. As you can see, the installation is now beginning and it is preparing to install. After this, it's basically, yeah, as you can see, it's unpacking the files. This will take about 1 or 1.5 minutes. And after that, the process will further continue for another 1 or 2 minutes and then it should be done. So now it is basically initializing the MySQL database. This will also take a couple of minutes. These are basically the last steps, and after this, the installation will be done and our website will open. Now it is creating the databases. Now it's configuring the WordPress. So now it has finished installing. I'm just going to click on finish. Now it is going to launch our website. I'm just going to click on access WordPress. So as you can see, this is our website. This is our WordPress website, which has hello world, welcome to WordPress. This is your first post, etc. And this is the name of my blog. I'm just going to copy this because there's the WordPress website link. I'm going to go back to the terminal, and now Pulkit is going to tell you something about what are the basic what WP scan commands, and I'm going to run them for you.
Uh, Hi, so I'm Pulkit and I'll be telling you the basic WP scan commands. So, uh, the very first of which is WP scan hyphen HH. This will display the full help manual of the WP scan. Next, we'll go to WP scan hyphen URL. Uh, this will perform a basic overall scan of the given WordPress website. Uh, the next command we'll be using is the WP scan hyphen URL, and we'll enter the URL of the website that we've created, and it will enumerate the WordPress plugins. Uh, Plugins basically are small pieces of code that, when added to a WordPress web application, boost up the functionality and enhance the website's features. But they sometimes also cause a great damage to the web application due to their loosely written codes. So,
Also, one more thing to note here is if you look closely here, they've said the WordPress theme in use is 2020. Now, if I go back to my WordPress website and go to login and give my username, the username which I had entered during the installation process, and also my password, so and I log in. Now, if I go to the appearance, then as I can see, the active theme in our website currently is 2020. So it is accurately pointing out the current theme which is being used. Also, if you see the plugins which are being used, there are a lot of inactive plugins, so it is not able to. It is showing no plugins found because none of them are currently active. So it is accurately doing all those stuff. Okay, so now we are also going to enumerate the WordPress usernames. So if I replace AP by U and then press enter, it is going to do the scan. And after it has done it, it can clearly find out the username as Abjodas. So you can see this is pretty accurate. Now there is also something called as enumerating multiple data. Now for that, we just do this. We replace U by at slash E and U, and this can help us in finding the multiple usernames which are being used. Although in this case we are not using multiple usernames, so we are just going to get Abjodas. As you can see, Abjodas, and then it is the way it is finding it is basically through brute forcing author IDs, and as you can see, it is using WP-JSON API for aggressive detection and RSS generator for passive detection. Now, one of the most common attacks on WordPress websites that we come across today is brute force attacks. As you can see, this is also a brute force attack. But what if we want to do the brute force attack on our own? So what we'll do is, in this case, I'll just go back to the root folder, which is my root Kali folder, and then I'll create a file which is user file dot txt. Now once I've created it, I will give all the possible usernames that I can think of this WordPress website might be having. So I'll give admin, I'll give Abjudas, I'll give Das, I'll give Pulkit, I'll give Siddharth, I'll give user, I'll give users, I'll give them as admin, and then I'm just going to do Control O, press enter, Control X. Now this, remember this was our user file. Now we also have to make the password file. For that, we are just going to go ahead and do nano passfile dot txt. After we have done that, I'll give the possible passwords that I think can be used to log in into this website. So I'll maybe give ABHI, I'll maybe give 2610, I'll give SitChat, I'll give ABHI 2020, I'll give ABHI 2610, I'll give Pulkit, I'll give Gulati, I'll give GUL 1234, I'll do Control O, press enter, and then Control X. Now, if I go ahead and do ls, I'll see that my files are getting stored as passfile.txt and then userfile.txt. Now, what I'm going to do is run the command, which was WPScan double hyphen URL, give the URL of a website, and then I'm going to change this and give a capital U and then give the directory of our folder or the file. So in this case, it is root and then user file dot txt. And remember, I have also created a pass file or the password file. So I'll give capital P and then I'll give the name of the pass file. So it's in root and pass file dot txt, and I'll just give enter. Now it has begun doing the brute force attack. Now, as you can see, it has successfully found a valid combination, which is Abjodas and password is ABHA2610. As you can see, this was done in a couple of seconds, and if you can find the username using the previous method, then you can just give few combinations of passwords, and the next moment you can find the password very easily of a WordPress, and then log in into it and attack the PHP. So on this topic, on the PHP topic, my friend Siddharth Chatterjee will explain you more about it.
Thank you, Abhishek. So now on the topic of PHP. PHP is a HTML and HTML embedded web scripting language. This means that PHP can be inserted into an HTML code, HTML of a web page. When a PHP page is accessed, the PHP code is read or passed by the server the page resides on. Now, on the topic of our website, the website which we have created is having the backend of a PHP. And as we are talking about our website, actually, I should tell you that PHP is there on every of the WordPress websites. PHP is also more vulnerable than Django, and and is used for site scripting. Now my teammate will be showing attack on PHP sites.
Yeah. So now I'm going to do something called as the dictionary attack, in which case uh, the main difference between this and the uh, attack, which is brute force attack, is basically you have a single file, which is the password file, and you already know the username. So you give the username in the command, and then it just cracks the password for you. So uh, I'm going to go ahead and create another file, maybe call it the passwords.txt. After it has come, I'll give all of the possible passwords that I can think of in my mind. Maybe 1234. Some people can keep the password as pass. Some people keep it as password. I might keep it as ABHI, Abjo, Pulkit, then a capital AB, HI, then 2610, maybe ABHI 2610, maybe ABHJOROX. It can be Rishik, it can be Kishu, it can be anything. So Control O, enter. So this has now written my 11 lines into the file. Control X to go back. Now I'm just going to run the command, which is uh, almost the same as the previous one, but it is a bit different. So instead of slash capital U, I'm going to use double slash and then write passwords and then give the name of the file of the passwords txt file. So if you remember, I had created it in the name passwords.txt. It's better if I give the root directory as well. So passwords.txt, and then I'm just going to give space double hyphen user names, and the username that I think or that I found out from my previous attacks to be the username, and then I'm just going to press enter. As you can see, the scan has started. This will take almost the same time. So as you can see, it has found out the username and the password of our WordPress website. Now the main advantage of WPScan is, if you see, most of the small websites or organizations websites are using WordPress nowadays because it's very easy to make, because you don't have to code it on your own. It has a lot of appearances which you can make it, like a lot of themes, inbuilt themes and stuff. But the main problem in WordPress websites that we face nowadays is that it is using the backend of PHP. So the databases or the backend that it is using can be easily cracked into. And also another big problem that people face is this WP scan. Using WP scan, anyone can hack into this WordPress websites very easily, and thus we have taken upon it to ourselves so that we can demonstrate how to do this in a short time and also in a effective manner. And this was our project, and I would like to say thanks. And on this note, I would like to end the project review, and thus end the recording. And